Hello, welcome back with Mr. Newbold, your butterfly savings guru, whatever that cool thing is. And just wanted to bring you back right into other types of savings and investments. I love savings and investments. In fact, we've been saving a long time, probably about 4 or 5 years, and in stock actually. And I think I already told you this for our Italy trip. However, an emergency has come up, and kind of an emergency. It's a self-inflicted emergency. We really want to buy a nice home out in Bear River. And so the thing is, we keep trying to sell our home and hurry and buy a home that we like, and then someone already buys the home that we like. So then we're like, oh, and nobody bought our home in time, so then we take it off the market, and then we're okay in this home, but we really want to just try out in the country with animals and things like that. So then we finally find the home, a wonderful home, only 10 years old. But we've got to buy the home right now or not because, and I suggest don't ever do this. We didn't do this for years and years. But I do have an extra paying job, Walmart, that I can pay both mortgages if I needed to. And so we really looked it out, wrote it down, planned it out really carefully, all the things that could go wrong, and found out, weighed it out, and it was good that we'd go ahead and buy this home anyways. So in like 57, 58 days, we're going to move into our new home and buy it. We've had about 8 people look through our home though, that's what we wanted first before we decided, are we getting enough people? Is someone going to buy this home? And so we had a couple people that are going to make an offer coming up soon. So we went ahead and we already bought the home and filling out all the paperwork, but we needed $10,000. Who's got $10,000? Well, we've got $6,000 saved up for our Italy trip. So we'll just use that to put down $10,000 on the new home. And so it's great to have savings. It's fantastic. You actually move forward in life when you have savings. If you use credit cards, get in debt, then you're just struggling to pay off and barely make it through life. So that's why savings is so important for happiness in our lives. Alrighty, let's jump. You see me? I've always find that weird, right? Whoa, it's kind of cool. Anyways, so we're gonna jump over here and talk to you. So there's 3 or 4 things that are very important. First of all, because you're gonna have a quiz at the end, but I'll prepare you for it. Let's see. So you have first of all, how much are banks insured with your money? Why do they need to be insured? In case they fail and go bankrupt. A bankrupt going bankrupt, that's unheard of. Actually, our bank used to be called Washington Mutual. And they were so good to their customers, helped them out in every way, maybe helped them out too much, and so then customers maybe took advantage and they went out of business. Luckily, Chase bought over Washington Mutual, so we kept our bank and our money was okay. But how much are we insured for in case Chase hadn't come along and Washington Mutual just went bankrupt? Well, it says here they're insured for $250,000, FDIC. So that means the federal government. They go ahead and they'll insure banks up to $250,000 and help them. So that means that if you deposit, whoever has this much money, call me, I need some help. $315,000 in a bank or a credit union. So if it fails, the bank fails, for example, 315 minus 250 you get back, but you lose 65,000. Better to put it in the house, an investment, probably than the bank in that case. If you're going over 250, that is. Okay, so some things you need to know and learn are about CDs, money market accounts, what liquid means. We already talked about that. Easy, accessible, can get it right out of the bank if you need it. And a financial pyramid. And then also you want to go ahead and pay attention. Again, I said CDs, money market accounts, liquid funds period. Cool. So let's go over here to 2.4.1. You see how I could click this little arrow here, and what that does is that opens and closes it just like that. You probably already know that by now. You're a pro at it, right? Right, you're a pro at it. Woo! So, okay, so if you take a look here, let's just go right to the point here, right? So you have 3 kinds of savings. CD, money market account, just regular savings. They call it a passbook savings rate. So I've never heard of that before, but it's just your regular savings account. And so what happens to CD rates when the duration of the CD is longer? Well, you're listening, so I'll help you out getting ready for the quiz. Well, let's see here. 3 months for a CD is a 4.8%. 6 months, 5%. Ooh, if you leave it in for a whole year, it's 5.5%. That's really, really good. Sorry, but these rates aren't right. Yeah, it says here these rates are not accurate for the current conditions because right now, right now we're still trying to pick up in our economy and pick up in the economy. And so with our CD rates, it's only like 1%, 1.2%, 1.3%. It's really low. You're not getting much back for your money because banks aren't able to lend out to people because people are in debt, lose their home, went bankrupt. So, you know, we had that big thing going on there. And so anyways, as you can see, the answer is as the duration of the CD is longer, the rate increases, right? You get a better return the longer you keep it in. What do you conclude about passbook savings or regular savings accounts compared to CDs and money market accounts? Well, let's take a look here. Can you see it? Just follow me down there on your screen. So then 2.3%, ooh, that's a lot less than 4.8, huh? 3.1% in the credit union, that's a bit better. Credit unions usually give a bit better savings, but it's still lower than CDs. CD is certificate of deposit. It basically you have to put your money in there for a certain amount of time. Write this down. It's on the homework assignment. Yeah, it's on the homework assignment. So CDs, basically what happens is you promise the bank you're going to leave it in for 3 months, 6 months, a year. You're not going to touch it. They can invest, and not worry about you taking it out. They can invest the full amount. And so the problem is you can technically take your money out, but you won't get any interest if you take it out early. And you get a fee or a penalty fee because you not lied to them, but kind of you told them and then you took it out anyways. And they're like, oh, we invested that money. So yeah, so CDs are really good if you know you're not going to need them. That means they're not liquid, right? They're not easily accessible. You get a penalty if you take it out. Okay, we'll look to the website for money market accounts. Regular savings should be pretty up to date on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump over. The next website you're going to is called themint.org. The mint. Oh, you mean like mint, minty fresh? Ooh, that tastes good. No, mint as in like where they make money, right? Where the federal, basically where the government, prints money, right? The mint, where they make money. Okay, so the mint.org for kids' ways to invest and certificates, deposit, money market accounts, risks and rewards, and then you're just gonna answer these questions. 3 factors you should remember before investing. Define a certificate of deposit. Just talked about that. Money market account we're going to look at, and then risk and rewards. Okay, and you'll go ahead and put that there, and you'll do that assignment, and then here's the quiz you'll take after. Remember, you can take that as many times as you'd like. But try to get it right the first time. Pretend you're in college, because that's what this is going to be like. Go to college, you only get it 1 chance. Okay, and then you're like, oh, if I don't do good, I got to pay another $900. So try to get it right the first time. So click on that link there. Will bring us here to the Mint. Makes perfect sense. Okay, but wait a sec, do you get that joke? It took me a second. Oh yeah, sense, perfect sense, S-E-N-S-E, sense, makes perfect sense. But they spelled it as sense. Okay, I know you're not laughing anymore. Anyway, that's okay. So, ways to invest, liquidity, how easily you can get your money out, return of investment. Okay, so we already talked about certificates of deposits. Okay, that means you get a penalty if you take it out too early, but you get paid more if you leave it in there. Okay, so then talks about how long they have to be left in there. Let's see here. Talks about compound interest. So that's good if you can get compound interest. The rate can't change as long as you own the CD. So even if savings go down, you get to keep that rate. That's a good thing in case the economy goes down. So that's a good thing. Okay, it's not free to take your money out whenever you want. You got to put it in for a certain amount of time. Like I said, you get a penalty. Jump over to money market accounts. Okay, so this is a kind of savings account offered by a bank, a brokerage company, because you must deposit a required amount into the account. Here is $3,000. They're going to ask you for a big amount. Maybe not as big, but still. The money market accounts usually pay more interest than regular savings accounts. Okay, the FDIC ensures that bank money market accounts. So if you have under $100,000, your money's safe. That's a good thing. Unlike a CD, you can withdraw money at any time. In fact, most bank money market accounts come with checkbooks. Cool. You may write a few checks each month to make a purchase or bills. However, money market accounts are not meant to be a checking account. So you probably only can do a few checks and then they start charging you. There is no fixed interest rate, so it can go up and down from day to day, but it usually earns more than regular savings accounts because those are a fixed rate. Usually going up and going down does give you a bit more money, but it can be a little bit risky. You might not get any interest. There is no fixed interest. Requirements. Unlike a savings account, you usually have to deposit a certain amount of money to get one of these accounts. Sometimes you also have to keep a certain amount in it. Well, actually my Chase savings account, unless we have an automatic deposit in there, you got to have $300. That kind of stinks, huh? Else you get, a fee for having us managing and using your money. I guess they just want more money. I don't know. But anyways, so that's a money market account, okay? So you're going to describe some of those things in your homework assignment. You could have this video going while you're typing it. That'd be a good idea. Then you could be describing it. Cool. Pause me anytime. Like this. Okay, cool. Unpause me. Okay, so next thing we want to look at after money market accounts. Can you remember what it was? Let's take a look. It was risks and rewards. You want to define the risks and rewards. So let's click on that tab right there. And risks and rewards, there are a lot of risks and rewards. Let's look at that pyramid, and that's what we want to talk about. So on that homework assignment, you want to describe these things, right? So the higher up on the pyramid, there's a higher risk, and then the lower down the pyramid, there's a lower risk, right? So stocks and bonds, that's high risk. Collectibles, if you buy certain things hoping that they'll be worth money later on in life, like my big chest of baseball and basketball cards. Yeah, so they aren't accumulating lots of big money like I thought they would. Dang it, maybe it'll pick up one day. And I'm still holding on to them. But I didn't have to pay too much money for them, so don't worry, I didn't invest too much. Government bonds, that's lower risk, but you remember lower risk means you don't get as much money back in your return. Okay, so the rewards are great with a high risk. The rewards are a little with the low risk. Kind of follows it. That's kind of cool, easy to remember it. So cash, bank savings accounts, bank certificates deposited, money market accounts, savings protection. Okay, so there's no guarantee that a higher risk will actually give you higher returns. That's the problem. So high risk, the rewards could be high, could be low. So I guess they don't go together, do they? Darn. That's okay. So go ahead and make sure you have those defined. Submit that assignment here. And then you're going to click over here to section 2.04 where you're going to take your quiz. And just remember a couple of those things that we talked about in the beginning of this video. Okay, and you can try as many times as you want. And then we'll click over 2.5, savings versus investments. And I'll go ahead and go over that with you next. So see you in a second. Great talking to you, and thanks for listening to Mr. Newbold. Go Weber High School. Woo! And if you ever play sports at Weber High, come and say hi. My room's number 31. Come say hi to me, and I'd be great to talk to you. Take care. Bye for now.